It's useful to know about the exception handler service for when you want to override the default behavior and handle Angular exceptions yourself. So let's take a look at how to do that. First, we're going to create a service for the exception handler. So here's the custom exception handler service we're going to use. And notice that I am using the $ in the name of my service, and that is typically not a good idea because you don't want to overwrite Angular services with your own. But in this case, we actually do want to overwrite the exception handler with our own. So what the exception handler needs is a service that is just a function essentially, and that function takes in the exception. So you can see here we're creating an exception handler service, and when an exception is passed in, we are just logging the message of that exception out to the console log. So let's go use the locale sample page for this. So we need to include that service. So we'll just put that there. So we're including our exception handler service here. Then let's go into the controller for the locale sample, and we will just throw an exception here. Okay, so now we're throwing an exception and the message is error message. So let's go over to our web page and refresh, and you can see that an exception was thrown and our message got logged here, and that shows that we are handling the exception using our own custom exception handler service.